What's up guys, welcome back to Tech with Luke. In today's video I'm going to be showing you basically a new side hustle that I came across called Babel.Audio. There's not a lot of reviews on it at this point, so I wanted to make this video, kind of show you what it is about, what I like, what I don't like about it, is it legit, is it not, and how much I've gotten paid, how many calls I've done, and basically just my experience. So if you want to check it out, there's a link in my description for it, Babel.Audio.com. And so let's start it off. All right, what is Babel.Audio? It's basically a website that is where you have conversations with strangers online with given prompts, and the whole point of it is to train AI models. So it's probably a fairly new thing. I just stumbled across it probably like a couple weeks ago, but I thought it was interesting, so I want to make this video. So what do you actually do on the calls? So when you start, you get to start off with 3 calls. You have a 3-call limit, and it fluctuates by the quality of your calls. You basically will get connected with somebody. You'll have a list of prompts that you can choose from. You choose which prompt you both like, then you talk about it for 15 minutes. There's basically these bars on the screen when you're talking. They fill up or down with engagement per minute for the 15 minutes. So there's 15 bars, and the whole goal is to just have as much of an engaging conversation per minute so the bars fill up all the way. You don't have to fill them up all the way, but that is the point of them, is to try to get them filled up as much as possible. It is possible to fill them up all the way, but you do have to have a very engaging conversation back and forth. So how much do you get paid? So every 15-minute call you get paid $4.38. So doesn't sound like a lot, but per hour that's $17.50. So higher than minimum wage, and you can do it online. And it's not complicated, and you don't need any experience or degree or anything like that. Right now I'm at a 22 call limit, so that's probably 5 to 6 hours of calls. I have not done that many yet, but I probably average around 15 to 18 calls per day, which is still probably $80 to $90. So good as a side hustle, absolutely. But if you get up to the highest limit, which is 50 calls, you can actually potentially make $216 per day, which is more than a livable wage for most people. 50 calls would take you 12 hours if you do the math, but some people might want to work 12 hours or might want to work 4 or 6. The good thing about this is you get to choose how many calls you do per day. So there's no set amount that you have to do. You just do as many that you want to do. Another great thing about this is you can do calls 24/7. So you can do them at any time per day. There's no time frame that you have to do them in. You can do them any time per day. The amount of people on may fluctuate. So you might, if you're going on super early or super late, you might not get as many people, but I see generally the most amount of people are afternoon to late night. So I could have made this video a little bit ago, but I wanted to actually get paid a few times and do a number of calls. So I want to actually show y'all how many calls I've done and how much I've gotten paid so far, and how do you get paid. So as you can see, I've done over 138 calls. I've made over $493.21. The first payment I got was for $194.17 last week. Second payment today was actually $299.02. You get paid every week, and you can choose whether you get paid from direct deposit, Venmo, or PayPal. So what is the experience like? I think it's overall not a bad experience. I don't really like talking on the phone. I'm more of an introvert, but as long as you get a good prompt and you get somebody who likes to talk, it's pretty easy. It's not a complicated process. I think anybody could really do it, but I think it's great for people who like to talk on the phone. If that's you, I highly recommend it. But even if you don't and you want to make money, if you're able to just stick it out and have an interesting conversation, it's definitely worth doing and easy enough. So what do you talk about on the calls? You basically get it's like 10, 12, or 14 pages of prompts. They're pretty good prompts. They're really more like this or that. Would you rather this or that? What would you do in this situation? Or if you had the ability to fly or you had the ability to breathe underwater, which one would you pick and why? And then there's actual bullet points underneath of additional things you can ask. So most of them are pretty general questions. Some are interesting, some are a little complex, but majority of them are pretty simple things to be able to talk about. The main point of the calls is to talk back and forth. They really want you engaging. So if somebody's talking, they want you to be like, yeah, okay, right. And that is what is going to fill up the engagement meter per minute that you have. So you really have to talk back and forth, almost unnaturally, but that is how they want you to do it to be able to raise these bars on here. They want you to train their AI models to sound more like a person than a robot. So that is what you're helping doing. So what is the sign up process like? It's pretty simple. You go to Babel.Audio.com. I'll leave a link in the description again, and you basically just go there, you sign up, you answer questions about yourself, general stuff, and then you are going to submit a recording of yourself reading a prompt, and that's how they're going to judge you by the application. So you send that off. It takes 3 or 4 days or longer to get an acceptance or a denial. It took me 3 days to get an acceptance, and then I was able to start right away. There is a training process you go through that you just watch some videos, and then you read some instructions on it, and then you're ready to start. So once you're approved and you're able to start making calls, you basically just go to Babel.Audio.com, and then you basically click join. It makes you test your microphone. You want to make sure you have like AirPods or a headset, because they don't want you using the speaker of your computer. You could also use your phone. You don't have to just use your computer, but you do need a headset to wear. So then once you go through that process, you automatically join. Then you're in like a queue, and then somebody comes in. I generally don't wait more than 2 or 3 minutes for somebody to join. And then again, we pick a prompt, and then we agree on it, and then we just start the call and start talking. And all we do is just talk for 15 minutes. Then as soon as you're done, you review the other caller, and then you click join the next call, or you back out and don't do any more for the day. And you can start and stop whenever you want in the day. There's no limit or time frame of when you need to do the calls or not do the calls. You can just do as many calls as you want to. So overall, I do recommend Babel.Audio. I think it's a great side hustle for people that want to do something online and get paid at least a decent wage for their time. It's not complicated. I think anybody can do it. It's an easy setup process, easy application process. Didn't take long for that, and you're able to do it whenever you want for as many calls as you want up to your call limit. I'm at 22 calls per day now, so I can make roughly $80 to $90 every day just doing the calls, and it can go up from there. But any extra money that it doesn't require me to go do something else or have a second job, it's a great idea for, I think, a lot of people to do. I recommend it mostly to everybody that I know, and I think it's worth doing if you're looking for a new side hustle. I've been paid. It's legit. I do recommend it, and I think if you're looking for a good side hustle, I think you should check out Babel.Audio, and let me know what you think. As always, thanks for watching. Like the video if you got any value out of this. Subscribe so you don't miss any more content, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.